Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video over the KKs in IXL, okay? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them that we're doing over this week and a little bit last week. It's gonna get us through to the test. So if you're missing this week, here's the instruction for it, and then next week we'll take the unit test. So just know that I'm going to be doing everything in my regular calculator, okay? And if you're at school, of course, you can use these. But if you're at home, you have this Calculate 84 on your iPad, okay? There's one IXL that's not going to work on it. I'll let you know, and so you can skip that one until you come back if you want. Otherwise, you know, just go back and forth from IXL to Calculate 84 and you'll be able to do everything, okay? So here I am on IXL. The first couple, you don't need a calculator at all. So KK8 is interpret a scatter plot. It's going to talk about, you know, the trend. So for the most part, is it positive, negative, or no trend? So you just think if I was going to draw a line through this, well, it would probably be negative. Okay. Yay. I'm not logged in as a teacher, so I can't skip. At about 80, it's going to change and start asking you some questions. Let me just jump there real fast. If they're all scattered like this, no trend. Should probably turn the volume down. Oh well. That one looks to be positive. Hope I don't get one wrong. That's going to be embarrassing. Here's one. Okay, so for here on out, this is at a 68. It says, based on the scatter plot below, which is a better prediction for y when x is 7. So just really read what it says. So it says when x is 7, that would be down here. If I was going to put another dot, would it make more sense for it to be up here at 52 or down here at 8? Well, there's no dots down here. So the better choice is going to be 52. Okay, so it's just what makes more sense. Again, x is 56. Where would the dot probably be? Okay, so there's KK8. Then with that one, we also did KK10. Yours are highlighted, mine just aren't for some reason. Match correlation coefficients to scatter plots. So this is called the R value, and it just has to do with, you know, it's kind of like, we talked about strong and weak, and so it's just how the dots are spread out. So if it's a perfect, all the dots are on the line, the value is 1. 1 is as high as it goes. Perfect is 1, and then 0 is no trend. So this one, they're perfect. It's going to get the 1. These are more scattered out. It gets the 8. Also, if you'll notice, this one was negative because the slope is negative. This one is a positive. The slope is positive. Okay, that one went up 12, so it helps you out a little bit. Again, that one is a perfect, so it gets 1. This one is negative, and then the 0.4 means more scattered out. So that's not too bad. Those go together. And then today, we did KK11. This is going to be one that doesn't work great on the iPad. It's going to be hit and miss. So if you want to wait till you're back at school to use a real calculator, you can. Or I wouldn't miss them on using the iPad. So for the rest of the KKs, this is going to be the steps that we use. Okay. So on my calculator or on my Calculate 84, pressing the Stat button. Okay, my first choice is edit, so I want to enter there. Once you've done some, you'll have numbers in yours, and so you can just tap on top of it. It works that way on Calculate 84 also. So I'm just putting this table of values into my calculator. Okay, there's nothing to write down on these notes. You can take notes if you want, but we just talked about everything like the calculator steps. If there's extra stuff, like there's extra stuff at the bottom of this one, I'm going to hit delete and it's going to go away. So like the 36 and the 70 need to go away. I'm hitting delete. Okay, so I've put all my values into L1 and L2. Then I'm going to press stat again. Okay, this time I'm going to arrow over to calculate and then down to 4. So for the rest of this week, the KKs, you're going to that 4. On the regular calculator, you have calculate option. On Calculate 84, I think you just press enter. Okay, I might switch over to 1 in a second. and then you're going to get all these different values, okay? So for this first one, find the correlation coefficient r. That's what I'm looking for. Not r squared, just regular r. And then it says round to the nearest thousandth. So that's 3 decimal places. Probably going to have to round that third one. So mine's going to be 0.82. The 7's going to make it a 5. If it's negative, you type in negative. That's the deal on Calculate 84. It's not giving any negative answers. It's making everything positive. Okay? And so that's all you do. And it goes up 20. So if you want to wait on this one until you're back at school, totally fine. Okay? So then the rest of them, and I'll go through. Okay? 12, it's giving you a graph. And really the only points you want to focus on here are the ones that are that different color, okay? So I'm going through my same steps, stat, edit, okay? I only want to use those 2 points, so think about what the X and the Y are. So this one's at 4, 6, so 4, 6, and the other one is at 6, 0. And then I just need to get rid of all this other stuff. Okay, so for KK12, you're only using the 2 points that are that different color. So I have 4, 6, and 6, 0. Then I'm going to go those same steps. Stat, calculate, down to 4. Okay, and what it's going to tell me this time is the slope and y-intercept of that line. Okay, it's called, here they call it a trend line. Sometimes it's called a line of best fit. We have a scatter plot. We can't connect the dots. It's just a line that kind of goes through it, right? And so here it is. It says use the 2 yellow points to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept is y equals, if you'll notice it's at the top, they use a instead of m, but y equals, so this one's going to be negative 3x and then plus b plus 18. Okay? So we're using our calculator to help us out with slope and y-intercept. And, you know, anything that we've done before where I've been making you do it by hand, now you have a calculator trick. So you can do that from now on. So that just went up 10. If it's something that you think is easy, like on that one, it might be easy just to calculate the slope by counting. You could do it by yourself. So the rest of them, so it's 12, 13, 14, and 15, are going to be using this. 13, 14, and 15, though, don't give you that scatter plot. They go ahead and give you this table of values. So I'm going to do that. So I'm pressing stat, edit. The first column goes in L1, the second column in L2. 6, 10, 14, 19, 20, 13, 8, 15, 19, 16. So there they are. Okay, I'm going to run this. Round your answers to the nearest thousandth. So I'm putting the slope here, the y-intercept there. This will work on your iPad. You're just going to have to go back and forth from iExcel to the calculator app. So there it is. To the nearest thousandth is 3 decimals. So the slope, which here is the A number, is going to be 0.49. The 4 lets it stay a 1. And then here it's going to be 7.41. The 6 is going to make the 7 jump up to an 8. Okay, submit, hope for the best. That one jumped up 20. Okay, so you just keep doing that, tapping them in. 14, let's see, they've already done it for us. They have it, so we're just answering this question, and it's pretty much the same question the whole way. For each additional minute of stretching, the least squares regression line predicts he will be able to practice blank minutes longer. Well, for each, right? That's your times, that's your slope, your rate of change, right there. 3.168. It's that slope number, right? For every one you do, you're getting 3 more. That one went up 20, and I didn't even have to do any math. Every single time, it's that slope number from the equation. Boom, 36. Okay, every single time, it's the same. Then on 15, I think it's just combining those. Yes, so I have to find the line first. If you'll notice up here, this is a 3-part question, so we don't see that a lot in math. We see it more like in social studies. So I'm going to go through all 3 parts of this one with you. So my first thing to do is get my table in my calculator or into my app. So stat edit, first column L1, 32, 40, 64, 71, 98. This column 2, 7, 16, 14, 19. So first I need to do my equation. So stat, calculate, 4. On the app you just press enter again, but here I go to calculate to the nearest thousandth. So this is going to be 0.24. The 5 makes that 8 become a 9. And then here, if you'll notice, it's a negative. So I need to put negative 3.56. The 5 jumps that up to a 2. Submit. Yay. Now it still has to do with this. It just has another question. If a town had 1,000 more people, well, this is talking about thousands, so we don't have to worry about that. The line predicts it would have blank more sports facilities. Well, it's that slope number, 0.249. Submit. And then the final question for this one says, how many sports facilities does this line predict for a town with 57,000 people? Again, it's talking about thousands, so I'm just going to plug in 57 for X. I'm in my home screen, 0.249 times 57 minus 3.562. And this time it says round to the nearest integer. 0.6 is going to jump that up to 11. So technically I've done one question and I'm at 44. This is KK 15. Okay? Good luck. See you next week, hopefully.